Okay, for this video we're going to take a little look at the general settings in Opencart. So get yourself to your admin area for your store, which is normally your domain /admin, and this is in a subfolder because it's just a demo site. And then I'm going to go ahead and log in. I'm using RoboForm here, which will fill out this form very quickly. It'll remember passwords for any websites that you use regularly. You can have a look in the download section at 2001web.com/support to get hold of that program. But right now we're just going to go ahead and log in, and you'll see the dashboard here to your Opencart store. So if you move along here to System and then of course select Settings from the drop down menu, and here we'll see the name of the site. There should only be one here, so we're going to click Edit at the end. Now you'll see that this is separated out into tabs across the top here, so we're just going to work our way through the tabs. A lot of this is really self-explanatory. Here you enter your store name, so that'll be my store or whatever the name of your shopping site is. Store owner, here you can enter your name or your company's name, whichever you prefer, and obviously here will be your company address, email and telephone number, and those are required instantly. They've got little stars down the side, so you must enter those. Now you don't have to save these every step of the way. We're just going to move straight to the next tab, which is Store. This information is for the search engines, so here again you will type in the name of your store here. The meta tag description, now what that is, if you imagine you were looking at a page of search engine results. Now let's go ahead and pull the page up really quickly just to show you this. Say cart, we'll search for a cart. Okay, now the meta description is this paragraph of text here underneath the link. Okay, so this really needs to be quite descriptive of what you do. So let's say that our store sells pink and green widgets. We might type something here like a fine selection of pink and green widgets. Don't go too overboard on this, just a paragraph of text will do, maybe a little bit longer than that, but this is obviously just to show you. These settings you can ignore. 2001 Web will have done the template for you, so your site will be designed by now. For this we're just using the standard install to show you. Okay, so local, on the local tab, obviously here you will set your country settings, where your business is based, what region you're in, the language, admin language, currency. Auto update currency, recommend that you check that, leave that checked on yes, because it will update the currency with exchange rates. And down here obviously you can alter these if your country uses different measurement methods than listed here. Okay, so option. Okay, again, now these are all these settings are all described clearly down the end. I will go through them just to make sure that you're aware of what they are. Default items per page, per catalogue. This is well, on the front of the website, when you click on a category and you see all the items, it specifies how many items will be shown on each page. If there are more than 15 items here, obviously, then there will be a second page available. Again, the same setting for the admin area, so just however many items you want displayed on each page in admin. Display prices with tax. This is whether you want to show the customer the amount of tax that will be payable when they buy goods from your website. Invoice prefix, again, you can, I mean, if you don't want an invoice prefix, you can get rid of this. It explains down here all about the invoice prefixes. Customer group default, we're not going to go into customer groups right now, so just leave that set as it is. Login to display prices. Now this is normally used by people who have wholesale sites that may want to not show the web prices until the client is registered and logged in. So for a general store, just leave that set to no. Approve new customers. Again, if you're running a wholesale site and you want to approve customers, then you would check this yes, but for most stores just no, otherwise you'll be forever answering emails. Guest checkout. Not sure whether this is a good or a bad idea. What this basically lets the client do is to buy goods from your website without registering at the website first. While that's very quick for the customers, it doesn't do you much good in promoting your products to customers in the future. Obviously it's better to have the details, their email address, etc, etc, so that's entirely up to you. Account terms, again we're just going to specify what this really just specifying what page people have to agree to when they check out. Checkout terms are the same. Affiliate terms forces people to agree to terms and conditions. Obviously we can come back and edit these later when we add pages. Affiliate commission percentage, if you're going to run an affiliate program, set your payout percentage there. Display stock quantity, always a good idea for a store, because then when products are out of stock, the customers can see that and they're not ordering something that's not available. So I would maybe check that to yes. Out of stock warnings, again, yes. And allow customers to check out if the products they are ordering are not in stock. Maybe a good idea to leave that no, but if you want to take pre-orders, for example, you can leave that set to yes. Out of stock status, fairly obvious. Out of stock, it's set at that already. Order status, set the default order status when an order is processed. Normally change that to processing, because that lets the client know that you've got the order. And complete order status is complete, and return sales is awaiting products. That means that you're waiting for products to be returned to you before you refund the purchase. Allow reviews, this is product reviews, so you can either choose to allow that or not. Allow downloads, again, this depends on, I mean, if you want to give away manuals that go with products, or if you're going to sell downloadable products, then obviously you need to allow that there. And display the weight on the cart page. This is the weight of the goods. Again, it's optional. It's probably a good idea to display that. Okay, so let's go back up to the top here. Image. This logo will have been specified by us when we designed the site. Again, really there's nothing on this page that you need to change, so you can ignore that page. Mail, again, don't set this up unless you know what you're doing. This is SMTP. Most of our web hosting accounts use regular POP3 emails, so don't mess with any of those settings there. New order alert email, yes, you want to be notified when you've got a new order. New account, again, this is up to you. If you want to be told every time somebody registers for the site, then you can check that to yes. And lastly, server, the server tab. SSL, this is if you've bought a security certificate for your site, then you would enable that, but we will probably do that for you when we install the SSL. A lot of clients ask us, do they need SSL? If you're using PayPal, for example, or Google Checkout, then it's not 100% necessary, because they do encrypt all the data once the client transfers them to pay. For the sake of £45 a year, we would probably say it's a good idea to do, because what this will do is when clients log in or register, the data will be protected with the SSL, which gives them a little bit more confidence. Use SEO URLs, ignore that, we've already set that for you. All the sites we build are built in a search engine friendly way, so don't mess with that setting. Maintenance mode, this is if you're ever doing work on your site, you don't want the public to see it, you would check that, and that will take the site offline temporarily, but you would still be able to see it if you're logged in. Encryption key, good idea to change this. Just put any random characters in, you don't have to remember them. This is just for encrypting data that's sent backwards and forwards from the site. Output compression level, leave that alone, just leave that set to 0. Display errors, normally set this to no, because that means any errors with the script will display on the website, which you don't want. They can be logged, which we can see if there's an error, and we can check that, and there it just gives you the name of the error log. If any of you do use Google Analytics code, you can paste that in here to track visitors throughout your website. There are links there as well to Google Analytics if you want to look into that further later. So that's basically it. We've gone through the settings, just a case of working through those tabs and setting things up as you would like to see them. Once we've finished, of course, we need to now save, and that will save the settings on all the tabs that we've just changed.